Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Anybody who watches my channel regularly know that I've been through a little bit of a bad spot lately. I've been suffering with depression. I'm definitely on the mend now. It's possibly a combination of medication, but I think it's more friends, people helping us, a little bit of counselling. So if you do feel depressed or you think you're depressed, that is help there. I'm not going to dwell on it, but you do need to get help. Speak to somebody about it. It's nothing to be embarrassed of. I mean, I'm a big rough tough Geordie, and believe me, I was in a real mess. Right, that's enough of that. Let's get on with tonight's nightcap. Like I say, I've spent a bit more time in the workshop. I do some modifications on a bottom pulley for a Rover V8. My friend Bob came. He was here last night actually, and he did some video, about half an hour video, on how he removes rust. I'll put a video together. It'll possibly on tonight or tomorrow night. Bob's keen to do some more videos. He runs nitro cars, remote control cars, and he wants to do sort of videos on them. So if anybody's got any interest, give us a shout and I'll get Bob to come back up and we'll do some videos on that sort of thing. I also do a little bit of plasma cutting. As a friend of mine, he makes like gates for houses, sort of industrial work, that sort of thing. And he's been asked to do a little memorial garden. He's making some real small gates, and I've got a machine on plasma cut a couple of Newcastle United crests. They cut quite well. I'll show a little bit of that. I haven't done any plasma cutting for a while. I'm sure any of the lads local to me will recognise exactly what this is. This is a modified crankshaft pulley. I'm not quite sure what sort of engine it's off. I've got a couple of jobs to do on it. The first one is I want to drill a hole through there to accept the roll pin. Now the lad supplied a roll pin. That's it there. If I measure that, it gives a reading of 0 the vernier. Gives a reading 5.8. So what I'll do, I'll drill a 5.6 hole. I'll drill a bit of scrap first to make sure the pin is a nice tight fit. That's straightforward enough. We're just going to pick that hole up and drill it. The next thing I've got to do is mark some time marks on it. He's marked it off. He's got an accurate TDC mark. So he wants TDC and he wants 12 before, 12 after. So it's 369. So that's straightforward enough. I'll mount it on a dividing head, index it in, and then probably use a small milling cutter to put some nice lines on, and then he can go from there. I'm not sure if this hole for this roll pin has to go all the way through. I don't see why it can't, because it's inside the bolt pattern. It's going to come through about there. You can see it's a pulley. I don't know if he's had the pulley made, but you can see there's like a ring on there. That's actually rubber. It's a metal elastic type pulley, what they call a crank damper. That's the pulley proper, and this part here is to absorb like shock, rotational shock. It smooths engines down. Remember on the old BMC engines, the 998s, the 1098s were a long stroke engine, and they weren't well balanced, and you put a Cooper S or a 1300 type metal elastic bottom pulley on, made a big difference to the performance. Not the performance, but the running and the smoothness of the engine. So that's a metal elastic or a crank damper pulley. So first thing is, we'll find a bit of scrap, drill a hole in there and see if we can get a nice tight fit. Then we can drill the hole in the pulley. I found a piece of key steel that'll do, just to make sure we use the right size drill. We'll measure this pin again. 5.8. I'll go with a 5.6 drill and see if that'll be a tight enough fit. Right, that says 5.6, 5.5. We'll give it a try. I have got a set of drills that go from 1 to 10 mil and they go up in 0.1s are really handy for this sort of work. And just put a little bit of the Martian snot on, a little bit faster. Right, so that's 5.6 mil drill. That feels a little bit on the tight side. Definitely, we'll go up one size. 5.7. That feels good. Right, we'll give it a little tap, see what sort of fit it is. That's nice, I'm happy with that, that's the sort of fit I would want. So we'll go with that drill there. Right, that's a nice fit, just the way I want it. I'll do it that side, then I can bring the camera in to see exactly where I'm drilling. Nice flat face on the flange of the pulley to clamp it down to. I've lost the spanner again. There's a 19mm spanner, it stays on this job all the time to do this with, and I can never find the bastard thing. Right. Right, I've got a dowel pin here, which is a really good fit in the hole, so I shall use that to line the pulley up. I'll bring the camera in so you can see exactly how I'm going to do this. Right, I put the dowel pin in the chuck, and all I'm going to do is move things around. I've moved it around so I can show you easier. Right, so now what I'm going to do is loosen off the clamp bolt, move it around until that drops in, like that. Tighten up the clamp bolt, and that is absolutely spot on. It's not rocket science, it's easy to do when you know how to do it. It's just sort of a simple way of doing it. There's much more complicated ways of doing it than that, but it just works. It's as simple as that. So we'll just go straight in with the drill we've selected, and that should be that part of the job done. We'll just spot it right in the centre of his little red mark. Little drop of anchor lube. I don't think the pulley will be made or anything sort of spectacular, but if you go all the way through, it means if you have a problem, you can drive the pin out from the other side. If you snap it off, where if it's a blind hole, you have issues. Right, so that's it all the way through. Happy with that. So these drills have been really good. I shouldn't be doing that till we end up with cut fingers. These are the bottom pulley bolts, and I've just noticed that that's a 5/16 C1F thread, so the chances are this is American, probably Chevy V8 or whatever. That's the hole that will just drill there, come right through, kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I'm quite happy with that. I'll just try the pinion. Right, so that goes in there. Right, that's just the sort of fit you want, just nice. Right, next thing is to sort out these marks. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. We'll have a little bit think about it, but it's going to require the use of a rotating table or a dividing head, one or the other. We'll see what we can conjure up to do that.